The 2016 Aquatic Experience took place the first weekend in November. This huge aquarium event includes industry leaders and hobbyist organizations coming together to promote the aquarium hobby. The whole weekend is packed with cool things to do and see. A crowd favorite every year is the Aquascaping competition, featuring both large tank and small tank divisions. The entry fee for the contest is $100, and that buys you into the contest, the equipment, which you get to keep, and a weekend pass into the Aquatic Experience. Fluval and the Aquatic Gardens Association sponsor the event. The equipment is in place when the contest begins. Everyone starts at the same time, and everyone has to build their aquascape on site in the tank that is provided. Here is a picture of my entry in the small tank competition this year. Let me show you how I set it up. After cleaning the aquarium glass in the aquarium, I begin the scape by adding a deep layer of white sand and sloping it into the back left corner. The centerpiece for my design is made from 2 pieces of spider wood that fit together, between which I have planted some Hydrocotyl tripartita, a dwarf aquatic pennywort from Asia. This is an easy to grow plant that is often trained as a ground cover, but in this tank I am letting it grow wild and unruly. I set this piece up at home and let it mature for a month before bringing it to the contest. After the hardscape is in place, I add some water to the tank. I am trying to prevent cloudy water by placing a piece of plastic wrap on the surface of the sand and gently pouring water into the tank with a cup. Since this tank is only a few gallons, I brought my own water, which the plants and fish are accustomed to. Around the base of the hardscape, I am planting some low-growing Hygrophila species araguaia. This is an interesting hygro species that forms a dense, spreading mat that I think looks very natural. I plant the hygro close together around the base of the spiderwood and then more loosely grouped as I move out towards the open sand. I try to make the plants look natural and not form a straight line. All of the plants are now in place, so now the tank will be filled up with water almost to the top. The cup will keep the water flow from disturbing the sand. Once the water is deep enough, the cup can come out. Time to primp the plants a bit, especially the hydrocotyl. I want the stems to really spread out and take up a lot of space in the middle and upper sections of the display. It is amazing how tangled the fragile stems get by just taking the piece out of an aquarium and transporting it to the show. The hydrocotyl is fragile, and I really want the long, trailing lines of leaves, so I'm trying to be gentle. The power filter we need to use in the tank is going to affect how the pennywort rests in the water column, so I'm going to get it running before going any further with fine-tuning the stems. The spiderwood is not the only hardscape I'm using for this design. I am also using dried leaves, specifically magnolia, guava, and loquat leaves, all of which have a nice tropical look. My design style trends towards biotopes, though this aquascape is not strictly a specific biotope. I like a minimalist scape with only a few species of plants and a lot of open space. The light going over this tank is a very nice Hagen Nano Aqualife and Plant Performance LED lamp. This is the first time that I've seen this light, and I like it a lot.
Not necessarily I like the super bright light.
A little more primping with the aquascape, and this display will be done. I almost forgot. I brought fish. This is a school of 12th Morse code or candelita tetras, an undescribed species from northern Peru. The fish in this tank are muted. They're not meant to attract a lot of attention, just to add a little bit of interest to anyone looking closely. I am happy with the aquascape, but I am not the only designer in the contest. While I am busy, the other contestants are also building their designs. There are over 20 entries this year, and they all look good. 2 years ago, my aquascape was awarded 3rd place, but I'm hoping to just be in the top 6 this year. And it is, barely. My aquascape took 6th place and is awarded $100, so I break even on the entry fee, but I do get to keep a nice tank and had the fun of being in the event. Here is the 3rd place aquascape. I like how the plants accentuate the dramatic textures of the dragonstone. Here is the second place winner. This is actually my favorite tank in the contest. The hardscape anchors the plants but does not dominate them, and the large plants high in the scape provide interesting shadows that create an illusion of depth. The first place award goes to this awesome scape. The very dramatic use of stone to create a canyon is not an easy thing to do in such a small space, but it is the creative use of backlighting that makes this design. Your eye is literally dragged deep into the canyon. There is also a large tank team aquascape competition that has become extremely competitive over the years. Teams have to apply to enter, and all the designs are incredible. This level of minimalism is very hard to create. This tank was built by last year's winners, Jennifer Williams and Rachel Abbey and Clelia O'Leary. They did not place in the money this year, but did win the People's Choice Award. The second place design is a classic nature aquarium style that I think had the best use of hardscape in the large tank competition. The winning large aquarium has a very dark and imposing combination of both wood and rock hardscape. The light reflecting off the green of the minimal plants is what creates the contrast that highlights the shadows in the hardscape. Very impressive. The aquatic experience will return to Schaumburg, Illinois in early November of 2017. This is a great event that everyone should try to come to. There is no other aquarium industry event quite like it. I would like to thank Scott Fellman of Tannen Aquatics for his support of my aquascape design. Go to TannenAquatics.com to find a wide selection of leaves, pods, and other botanicals for your aquascape, as well as a wide array of other useful aquarium products. If you enjoy videos about the aquarium hobby, please subscribe to my channel and go back and take a look at over 4 years of programming that I have already uploaded onto YouTube. As always, thank you for watching Ted's Fish Room.